Hi everyone, it's Patrick from Pile of Code, and I'm just going to be doing a quick run through of Sublime Text. Sublime Text is a nice text editor that is a merge and like a blend between a text editor and an IDE, but it still allows you that basic functionality, which is really awesome for learning how to write a new language without doing a lot of things that an IDE would do for you. So it forces you to learn a lot more, and yet still gives you some of those nice features like color coding of your code. So we're just going to open Sublime Text and dive right in. So if we search for Sublime Text, open up a new blank window, we can see that Sublime Text is just a blank text editor, and we can type any text we want here. Now if we haven't saved it into a file and Sublime Text doesn't know the extension of the file, basically it's just going to type anything and everything. But what we can do is if we save it, let's say to our desktop as test.py, and we save it to our desktop here, it instantly knows that it is a Python file here. And what it'll do is it'll start doing code according to the coloring of Python, the way that you wanna segregate your code based on functions and variables and different items that way. You can also use a lot of different languages, as you can see here. It covers a lot of things, everything from ActionScript all the way to YAML, which I don't even know what language that is. But it gives you a lot of different options and a lot of different things you can code in for sure. And even Objective-C++ or Objective-C, and each language even has further breakdowns, which is perfect. But for our purposes, I'm just going to be using Sublime Text because it's great at color coding code to show you guys how it works. It works standard that you can just save a file by hitting Command Save, or you can go down here to File Save as, you can change the file name and stuff. I know if you go under here under Preferences, you can select settings based on different users, or you can change your key bindings if you want a larger or smaller font to reset it, and you can even change the color scheme to whatever kind of suits what you would like. There's a lot of different ones, and as you change the color scheme, it'll color things differently. Another thing that it'll do is it will autocomplete code. So if I create variables like x, and we'll cover variables in the next video, but if I create something called x and I set it to 10, and let's say I want to output that x, and I show something, or let's just name it something like test variable, something that's long. If I start typing that out, it's going to show me, do you want to autocomplete test variable or fill it in for you? If you do want that, you can just hit enter, and it'll do that for everything for you, which can make it a lot faster to type your code. It also shows you a little window here just to give you a file approximation. Now right now it might not seem like a big thing because you only have about 8 lines of code in this file. If you have a lot of lines of code, sometimes when you're hitting 1,000 lines of code, you're kind of trying to see how long the file is or where you know that something is in the middle of the file. So you can just honestly just head right there using this nice scroll feature. And I can even show you guys that. If we separate, it's almost a live view that you can see as it's changing. And if I go past the screen, the scroll bar, I can scroll and it shows me whereabouts I am in the file, which is something that's really, really nice. And I can also have multiple files open. So if I open up a new file, it'll add it as a tab, and I can switch back and forth, which is great if you're using multiple files with different functions across it. Sublime Text is free to use, it's in beta. However, I highly recommend that if you're going to use it for a lot of different things, if you're going to use it for this course, I recommend donating it or buying it from the developers. Currently mine is unregistered, but I have made a donation to those developers as well. Thank you for watching this video on Sublime Text 3. I hope you really enjoy it. And please subscribe and follow us for our next videos that are going to be coming up soon.